So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's present here. Welcome to the very first event in our Fireside Fusion series, which is organized by IEEE Computer Society students and young professional team in collaboration with the IEEE Computer Society New Initiatives Committee. We are excited to kick off this series, which aims to introduce our community to some of the outstanding leaders that we have in the IEEE Computer Society. So throughout this series, we'll be discussing leadership, innovation, and how IEEE Computer Society can play a vital role in helping students and young professionals to advance in their careers. One of the key topics we'll touch on today is how we can increase the conversion of students to young professionals within IEEE and what journey looks like for those who are leading the impact. Before we begin, let me introduce our moderator of today's session, that is Shivam. Shivam is an engineering lead at ZS Associates Pune and a highly regarded expert in AI applications, including knowledge graphs, machine learning, generative AI, and more. He was recently recognized as one of the top 20 computer scientists under 30 by the IEEE Computer Society and has spoken at over 50 conferences across the globe. With a wealth of experience in AI and enterprise solutions, Shivam is also visiting faculty at North Cap University and an adjunct faculty at Manipal University, contributing to the fields of applied AI and generative AI applications. His leadership in delivering cutting-edge AI projects and his education to the IEEE community make him the perfect moderator for today's event. Now it's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Hironori Washizaki. Dr. Washizaki is a professor and the Associate Dean of the Research Promotion Division at Waseda University in Tokyo, as well as visiting professor at the National Institute of Informatics. He also serves as the outside director of XMotion and as an advisor at the University of Human Environments. Dr. Washizaki is the IEEE Computer Society's President-Elect for 2024 and will be taking on the role of President in 2025. With a deep connection to the CS community, he has led professional and educational activities, including the evolution of the guide to the software engineering body of knowledge, and has organized educational courses and certifications at the CS Professional and Educational Activities Board. He has been awarded several prestigious accolades, including the Golden Core Member, Distinguished Contributor, and the Spirit of the Computer Society Award. We are thrilled to have Dr. Washizaki with us today, and we look forward to hearing his thoughts on leadership, innovation, and the future of IEEE Computer Society. With that, I'll now hand it over to Shivam to start today's conversation with Dr. Washizaki. Shivam, the floor is yours.
Sure. Okay. Good evening, Professor Hironori.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us. So maybe like the entire session, we'll have it in like three different topics. The first one, we'll talk about the vision like of IEEE. We'll get into the technical deep dives, like into some technical insights. And the final is definitely we want to hear more about your personal experiences, reflections, and like how has your career been like, and because it'll inspire a lot of young professionals and students who are trying to pursue something similar. So maybe we can just get started. And initially, I just wanted to understand, because like you have been having a like withstanding relationship with IEEE Computer Society, and you have been like you are going to become our president next year, and you are the president-elect this year. So like, what is your primary vision for the society in your tenure? What are you focusing on, like in regards to volunteering as well as like some software engineering, and with generative AI moving so fast, like organizations like IEEE Computer Society really becomes very important. So like, what are your vision? How are we trying to keep up the pace?
Right. So first of all, it is my great honor to be here. So thank you for having me, and also I'm truly appreciate for this organizing such an inspiring event. And so yes, I have been elected as president next year. So okay, so I have a couple of slides to show some vision and ideas, and so I'm going to share my screen. And so you said that vision, and then okay, my personal thing.
Yes.
Such as, okay, so maybe later we can I can we can discuss. And all right, so maybe I skip this. All right, maybe here. So you might know that at the Computer Society, I guess 3 years ago, we implemented a strategic plan to clarify what are strategic goals and also what the strategic theme. And I believe that basically I say we would keep these goals basically, but we can, we can have better implementation of those, we always can have some, room for improvement, okay? So goal 1, engage more students and early career professionals. As you in the introduction, you said, how we can attract more, early career professionals and students into our community, and also how keep, engage them, okay? And also goal 2, engage more industry individuals and organizations. And goal 3 is that leads the way in new technical areas. As Shubham, you said that yes, AI is everywhere, right? So actually, we are taking some pressure about how IEEE CS can lead the way, right? And such as generative AI and also next generation AI as well. Okay, so yes, we have a plan and let's implement that, particularly this year and also next year. Okay, so then. Okay, so I have couple more slides. So I continue talking, or I'm not sure about the
Okay, so maybe we understood your overall vision, Hironi-sama. We just wanted to understand more about what do you like, if you can just maybe give 1 or 2 example of an initiative, how
okay,
what type of
good.
initiatives
Sure.
will be really.
Actually, for each goal, I have a plan, and so okay. All right, so firstly, what about the engagement of students and early career professionals? And the key question is, how can we provide greater values and continuous supports, okay, to grow long-standing relationships and also retain younger generations in professional organization. So to do so, yes, IEEE CS and also IEEE have implemented a lot of pressures in activities such as student and young professional activities. Right? You as a core, you as a center of this to achieve this goal, of course. So we at IEEE wishes to continue, support SYP activities and much more. Okay. And also in addition to that, mentorship program and also networking opportunity and also scholarship awards and competitions. And actually it is not yet finalized, but we are currently discussing about how we can extend scholarship and also awards and also related activities. But it is not yet finalized. Okay, but I say that we wish to extend such aspects, and those are mostly about kind of support early career professionals and students, and also together with some senior or professional members. Okay, then as I said, SYP activities are kind of foundation. Okay, then what was somewhat missing could be much more younger generation, like K-12 students. Okay. Well, of course, we know that, for example, SYP activities include sometimes, STEM, education or teaching, right? Some STEM workshop, targeting some, for example, K-12 students. I know that, and we know that it's truly great. So you go ahead, you continue that. But we wish to implement those activities much more in a kind of systematic way and also under the same umbrella. So that's why this year I initiated a very new activity called CS Juniors.
Nice.
Right. So here's a vision of the CS Juniors program. So of course, earlier is better to attract those younger generation into our community. Okay. Therefore, CS Juniors program wishes to involve K-12 students into our community and recognize them. And we can provide various, activities and values such as learning opportunities, networking opportunity, and also even, mentoring opportunity. So yes, indeed, it is happening right now. Actually, this week, there was a workshop, STEM workshop in Mexico, sponsored by IEEE CS Juniors program. And also next month, we are going to implement another event supported by, or under the umbrella of IEEE CS Juniors program in Uruguay, Montevideo. So I hope that, SYP activities would continue some, STEM, workshops or, opportunities under this umbrella, CS Juniors. This is one, new initiative, okay?
No, Hironori-sama, like this is like really like visionary, I feel, and the way it's going. Maybe we can do like a lot of collaboration, and even like it'll be
Yes.
very useful for young
Yes.
professionals because
Exactly.
they can be like mentors to certain like graduate students and certain like even going beyond graduations and like maybe school students. We can have like the layer, like each layer connected, so that I can definitely see here.
Shibano, thanks. Actually, it is exactly what I intend, and also what we are currently considering. This program is not just about K-12 students, but having this program means a lot, such as, for example, student members can be active more, to teach something to K-12 students. And also even we can involve more professional members to this program. And
I can
so
see that. I can see that vision very clear because like I'm like in ground, I'm seeing those enthusiasm already coming up because if we just bring, because a lot of these engineering student or graduate students, they do want to go back to their alma mater, the schools, and just want to engage them. So this is like a perfect platform. So thanks for that vision.
Yes.
Hironori.
Yes.
Like
This is okay. So this is just one of my, plans, and actually I have a lot of it. So can I continue, right? Okay. So then, then the second goal, as I said, engage more industry individuals and organizations. Okay. So the key question is, how can we provide greater values and grow partnerships with industry organizations? Okay. So to do so, yes, IEEE and also IEEE CS, is providing a lot of opportunities and activities such as technical committees and local chapters for not only for students but also professionals, magazines, periodical publications, standards, ethics, technical and also technical conferences, of course, and also mentorship. Okay, so actually, again, it is not yet finalized, but currently we are discussing about how we can extend the mentorship program. Okay, next year. So what mentorship means that mentorship between professionals or among professionals, and also mentorship program between professionals and students.
Yep.
And well, again, it is not yet finalized, but we plan to extend such a mentorship program next year in IEEE CS. Okay, and also sponsorship, of course. And yes, perhaps you know that I'm currently many years I'm leading the body of knowledge evolution, particularly SYP guide. And actually not only SYP guide, but also IEEE CS, builds some other related frameworks and body of knowledge, such as SYCOM. SYCOM is a software engineering competency model, and also EIT BOK, that is a enterprise IT body of knowledge. So we, IEEE CS, develops some, good body of knowledge. So we believe that those could be a good foundation to engage more industry, individuals, and organizations into our community. And based on that, we can build more education opportunities, such as running courses and also career development plans, and also even certifications. So here's what I'm reading, in these, particularly 3 or 4 years. So SYP Guide stands for Guide to the Software Body of Knowledge. So a body of knowledge is a kind of collection of knowledge areas composed by topics and reference materials, okay? And body of knowledge is related, connected to skills, competency, and finally job and role, okay? So based on that, yes, we provide running courses and also certification program. Well, since, well, maybe later I can introduce more about the details of SYP Guide, but maybe I will skip. But, okay, so here's a very important. So we are going to implement webinar series starting from this month, okay? September 26th, and also next month, and also November and December. So we are going to implement webinar series, okay? So we, editors who have edited knowledge areas, we'll briefly explain each corresponding knowledge areas, essence, and also major updates from version 3 to the latest version 4. So I hope that many even students and also professional members will join this webinar series. Then we can describe more, explain more details about it. What the major change, major update in software engineering. Oh, and also we have a plan. We have a plan to reorganize certification program because we currently at CS is providing 3 software engineering certification programs: associate software developer, professional software developer, and professional software engineering master. However, these are kind of well, I do not say old, but not so up to date. Okay, and since we are going to release latest version 4 of CBOK guide, okay, therefore we need to make those certification programs aligned with new CBOK guide and also market needs. Okay, therefore currently we are doing job analysis. So if you are interested about this, then please go to that website and you may contribute to this reorganization of the certification program by be involved in working group to conduct job analysis or even item writer.
Got it.
Okay, so this is a kind of initiative right now happening for the goal to engage more industry.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I can finish one more goal. Okay, that is okay. Leads the way in new technical areas. That is much more related to what you said. How AI is addressed, by IEEE CS. Okay, so the key question is how can we serve as a proactive bridge, okay, between cutting edge research and the realities of industry and society to keep them up to date with emerging techs such as generative AI, next generation AI, and also, even quantum computing and so on and so on. So again, to achieve that goal, we at IEEE CS provide a lot of opportunities, such as technical committees and local chapters, also magazines and publications, standards, technical conferences, and this year we currently implementing some new initiatives such as leaders forums and also summits, and also technology predictions. Well, in these years, we at IEEE CS publishes technology prediction report. So yeah, you might know that, for example, this August, there was a IEEE Sustain Tech Leadership Forum to discover what's the latest and what's the key challenges in sustainable technology, okay, such as green AI and also sustainable IoT and so on and so on. But usually such endeavors require kind of cross-disciplinary approaches, not just about computer science or engineering, but also signal processing and also communication engineering. Therefore, this leadership forum was sponsored by not solely by IEEE CS, but together with other societies such as power and energy, signal processing, and also communications. This is truly important because often new emerging field, it requires some cross-disciplinary approach, not just about computer science and engineering, but also communication, signal processing, and so on. And also this year, based on the leadership of current President Jotiker, we implemented 2 summit. RAS, it stands for Reliability, Availability, and Serviceability Summit in terms of data centers. And also this December, we are going to have a second summit in the area of automotive. So for example, in automotive, it's a kind of a cross-discipline, right? Not only, again, software such as, let's think about, autonomous driving, okay? So it requires a lot of, different fields such as software engineering, data science, and sensors, and hardware, communication, and so on and so on. So, these summits could be a really, great opportunity to see, how we, IEEE CS, is leading these areas. And, and particularly these events are much more industry focused. What's the industry challenges? and how we can envision the future of these areas. And last but not least, as I said, every year we at IEEE CS publishes technology predictions. It is led by the team, former president Dejan. He was IEEE CS president, and so in that, in the, for example, latest prediction published this January, we said that AI, particularly, of course, generative AI and also next generation AI, could be the kind of a key enabler, okay, to achieve some other areas, particularly digital transformation or DX, and also sustainability. So AI technologies are deeply entangled with, some other aspects. So, well, once again, it is not yet finalized, but I plan to push forward this direction, okay? So this year, I plan to have additional summits to lead the way, particularly in the area of generative AI and also next generation AI. Well, again, it is not yet finalized, and we currently continue discussing about how we can prepare some budget for that. But we have a plan to initiate those initiatives in the area of AI, because we believe that we as a leading society, okay, in those areas.
Yep. So, Hironori-sama, one thing I wanted to ask, like, because I myself come from a background of generative, and we do like my entire, like, I am doing 15 projects. All the projects are on production ready AI solutions, and I see that industrial problem every day. That's why I got involved into research. I am also teaching one aspect, and I'm already also vocal. I wanted to hear your thoughts on, like, how do you think like ethical and responsible use of AI, and how is IEEE Computer Society working towards that goal of ethically and being responsibly while using AI applications or using AI techniques?
Oh, that's actually a good question, and I think in a couple of opportunities we can support in that way. One is in ethics, and ethics is truly important, right? Okay, so to support that, actually develops a couple of AI ethics standards. Okay, how AI should support human-centered and AI systems, and also what should AI should do and what should not do, and so such AI ethics standard should be the key to accelerate such ethical aspects in AI based systems. That's one thing. And another thing is that, again, such as AI and ethics can be a kind of cross-disciplinary area. So we need to continue collaboration, not only IEEE CS, but also with some other communities and societies like this. For example, well, IEEE Sustain Tech was not just about AI, but I believe that, as I said, we plan to initiate some AI related summit. Okay, so in those summits, I believe that we can invite key people, not only from IEEE CS, but also some other societies and also experts with respect to such aspects such as AI and ethics. Okay, so those could be my answer to your question.
Yeah. Thanks, Hironori-sama. Another thing, like maybe when we are talking about this, right? You were telling about Swaybook that. So how are we, like, is there some like, how are we trying to, because in software engineering also, like I'm seeing like autonomous agents and agents are starting to take like a central role, like the design patterns. So how are we trying to change those in the Swaybook? Like, are we doing something about it, or how the Swaybook will take care of that?
Well, I said that fundamentals aspect would be not so updated so much, okay? Such as the importance of requirements or design, but at the same time we highlights that what emerging and much more becoming important areas. So that's why in the new version 4 of the CBOK guide, we are going to add additional knowledge areas such as architecture, operations, and security. So architecture, yes, now many software systems are becoming much more complex and complicated, such as AI-based systems, for example. It's very complex, a kind of combination of rule-based deterministic behavior, but also very AI-based probabilistic behavior, and so how we can ensure some security and also some reliability, and so that to consider that we need fundamental architectural disciplines and principles, and so that's why we wish to highlight such importance of architecture and also operations. Yes, now perhaps you're quite well familiar with software engineering. So yes, now in many projects moving towards agile and also DevOps, right? So we wish to emphasize importance of operations. It is somehow surprising that in the last version 3, there was no knowledge area dedicated to operations. That's that's interesting, right? But so we should shed light on the importance of operations. And last but not least, security. Yes, because almost every software is connected to some others and via internet or even a local network, and so security is becoming a very fast citizen. Okay, so therefore, in addition to software quality knowledge area, but also we are going to add new knowledge area dedicated to software security.
Yep.
So yes, so this is a latest plan of CBOK guide.
Nice. And like if you see operations, Hironori-sama, one thing I'm seeing, like if you see the traditional DevOps from an ML ops and then now LLM ops, the AI ops, the new generative AI ops, which we say, it has changed. Like means we cannot use the similar metrics which we are using in a DevOps parameter to track your software systems. Now LLM ops requires more like ground truth information and comparing, like certain new metrics like Blue Score and others are coming in. So like even I'm surprised, like and I'm glad that we are having this in the latest one, like where we are thinking about. So in an operation thing, do you think like now because AI is coming, we'll have all these three separated, or like we'll be having a single design pattern, like, and then segregate at what level?
Okay, I would say that we need two different patterns. One is a very traditional patterns. For example, perhaps I'm organizing a design patterns for machine learning based applications. Okay, so and some of them are actually not so new. Okay, such as separation concerns. Yes, separation concerns is a very old classic pattern. But even for machine learning based applications, separation concerns is truly very fundamental, key, design principle. There is no change about that. Okay, but at the same time, yes, to handle, such, well, LLM-based, operations, and also once again, such a, probabilistic and also data, data-centered behavior, right? So we need additional much more specific, architecture patterns as well as design patterns. So that's why I'm doing, documenting design patterns applicable to almost any applications and systems, but also design patterns and architecture patterns very specific to AI and also generative AI based application and systems. Okay, so we need to we have to handle both patterns. And I believe that those patterns could be a common language for various stakeholders, because perhaps that, yes, AI-based system development, software development, involves a lot of different stakeholders, not only software engineers, but also, data scientists and, data engineers and hardware engineers, of course, domain. So we need common language. So that's why, I always focus on, how we can make good patterns as a common language for those different stakeholders.
Nice. Hironori-sama, like again, this conversation going very interesting in a way. Like, so one, like I'm more curious in understanding. If you see what happens is like the traditional problem between research and industry still persists. like you said, right? There is like the industry pain is like different compared to like the real world scenarios when we say and when it is coming. So when you talk about like how do you see that? Like how can we bridge that gap between what is happening in research to like something which is in industry? And because you are like there in I think all of these academics, research, like industry, are trying to bridge all of these gaps. So like what is your take, like personally also, like not even only from IEEE Computer Society perspective, but also personally, how do you think like this can be achieved and what is the best way of going about it?
Okay, so well, first of all, we always be open, and also we always need to make spaces open to not only academia or not only industry, but any stakeholder, and then any side would just bring some actual problem, actual challenges into that place and discuss some solutions. And so, well, I know that we know that often, for example, technical conferences are somewhat so academic, right? Yeah. For example, okay, here's a research paper, and yes, I know that sometimes research papers and technical conferences, I do not say too academic, but somewhat academic, intensive, right? So well, but I say it is okay. But at the same time, we, for example, academic, researchers need to see the actual, challenges, actual problems in the industry. Okay. Therefore, that's why it's important to establish, common place. Okay, to attract, any side, such as academic side, but also industry side, and also even government side or citizen side. And so that's why, for example, next year, I plan to initiate, a couple of summits related to AI and software engineering to attract, and those should be much more industry focused, industry intensive, events to hear, to see what's the actual problem and what's the challenges in next 5 and 10 years. Okay, so that's truly important.
So, Hirone-sama, like if we talk about that, like a lot of these industrial summits, like AWS Summit, Databricks Summit, like if you see like NVIDIA has its own summit, like we do talk about a lot of these industry summits. Like there means, and the pattern which we see in those summits or conferences, there also we go and present. It's like 20-minute presentation, fireside presentation. Like in our traditional IEEE Computer Society conferences, if you see the way those summits are like or the conferences are organized, there's a difference like when it comes to like a core industry summit versus a computer society conference. Is there a way we can partner, or like how do you think like we can bring that element of an industrial summit, like where like even industry people, because they are not like that much towards research paper, but they are interested towards showing the demos, showing like some
Yes.
of those work. So how are we going to achieve?
Exactly. Yeah. For example, if we ask, industry professionals, hey, to join this conference, you have to write a technical paper in, 10 pages or 20 pages. What, we are handling the actual thing, today and tomorrow. And so, right. So, yeah, for example, for, you may join, these, RA summits, for example. These are actually good examples. Okay. There's no technical paper or research paper, but mostly by technical presentations, experience presentations, and also some roundtable. Okay. So then industry experts can speak up, bring their own challenges. Well, without writing any technical or academic or research papers, but still they can bring their voice, bring their challenges and problems into the roundtable and also presentations, and then we envision the future. So those are goals of these summits. So I believe that next summits in next year dedicated to AI and also software engineering should be quite similar. Okay, much more industry focused. So not research paper presentations, but industry focused presentations and also roundtable.
I'm looking forward for that summit. Like I will be really
Yes.
interested because I've been like from like last 8-9 years, I've been seeing how when will IEEE Computer Society will have such AI summits where we can really go and like so definitely like something I personally am looking forward. Thanks for that.
Yes, you're truly welcome. And yes, yes, please join the next year's summit. And
Like one, Hironori-sama, you have come from an academic background as well as from an industry background.
Mhm.
Like, so
Yes.
we are really curious to know, like, how do you manage and how these both roles inform each other at your personal level? Like leaving IEEE Computer Society at your personal level when you are doing research or when you are helping industry, how each of them inform each other, right?
That's a good question. Yes, as you said that. Well, in my primary job is a professor at the Waseda University in academic, but also at the same time, yes, I'm the outside director and also yes, an advisor of a couple of companies, and so I need to strike some balance between such academic side, but also and also industry side. But I believe that in particularly software engineering, it's not it's much more industry intensive industry focus engineering field. Okay, so therefore because for example in university there is no actual real challenge. Okay, so that's why I always take a look at what's the actual problem, actual challenge in the industrial software development. So that's why I'm taking the role of advisor and also outside director of a couple of companies. And so for me, having both roles, academic and also industry, are kind of quite tightly connected. By taking a look at actual challenges and problems in industry, okay, then I will use them as a further research opportunities. And then I try to bring the research outcomes into
Back
the
then, yeah.
industrial application. But well, of course, it is easy to say, but that reality is, of course, always I'm facing difficult, of course. For example, hey, okay, I for example, documented this, or I made, our team, made this tool, and can you try this tool? And hey, okay, but we are busy, so and we don't, wish to, change our process right now. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, again, it is easy to say that connect academic efforts and industry problems, but it's not so easy. Okay, of course I know that, but still we need to continue in doing so. Although we face always challenges.
Yep. So, like now I'll get a little more maybe personal from my side. Like I am there, like I lead a team of 45, like in like ZS, like I have a and full like AI team, and then I'm professor, like as an adjunct professor in couple of colleges there,
Nice.
and then like I'm also there associated with one startup where
That's good.
like I'm acting as a board of advisor. Like,
Mm,
but when I try to like you said, it is super tough because the
yes.
type
Yes.
and the way the time all of this. So what advice do you have to a person like me who wants to do that, like, and like a young age, because you have gained that experience for long, right? I want to seek your advice like on how you think should be the right way of approaching this.
I think there's no silver bullet for that, but but okay. Well, in my personal opinion, experiences, a couple of things. Well, firstly, if 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 we do totally independent things, then it's not sustainable, right? It's hard to keep maintaining two totally independent things. So I always consider how such industrial activity and also academic activities such as research and are somewhat connected at some level. Okay, so I always consider what's the possible link, at some level, maybe not direct connection, but at some level. Okay, that's one thing. Another is that I believe that IEEE CS, like professional societies, could be always a kind of hub. to connect, academic, research outcomes and industry, focus, problem and challenges. So that's why I'm so engaged in professional societies, and I'm leading the IEEE CS in professional societies, and so I often bring academic research outcomes and at the same time industry problems onto the same place, supported by with the IEEE CS, because IEEE CS is a vendor neutral, so we can fairly take a look at the possible solution and also corresponding possible problem challenges. And so well, that's country I'm doing, and I wish to continue that.
Got it. Great to hear that. Like definitely 2 points taken notes. I'll have that in my mind. For like, and I agree, like the intersection, I was imagining like a Venn diagram where you have like all the things intersecting, and then you work on those intersections through this like sort of
Exactly.
professional
Yes.
community.
Right.
That's what
Right.
Makes sense.
I intentionally be a kind of cross discipline and cross so.
Maybe like one last question, and before we let you go, like will be like in your journey, like what has been some key events which you feel, or like maybe like if you could talk about if some key person like or mentor which you had in like, and how what type of like certain decisions or knowledge which you have taken from them has helped you like in this.
Well, yeah, of course, I face a lot of challenges, and some are, well resolved, and some are still challenges. But one thing I can note that is kind of some leading activity in professional society. Okay, so by reading before reading IEEE Computer Society, okay, I have been taking the role of leading the Japanese software engineering community. Okay. Then and in that community, sometimes I face a difficulty in finding supports from the community. I have a plan, and so I wish to do new things, or I wish to change something, but sometimes I face a kind of difficulty, like, hey, why we are doing great, why we need to change something, or process, or so. To convince them, I clarified my vision and also supporting goals. Okay, I clearly stated what's the vision, what is my vision, and what's the supporting goals, and explain them why we need to achieve those goals. And after that, okay, then most of community members agree that, oh, okay, so here's a vision and here's supporting goals. Okay, so then we will go this way, or maybe we do not take this, or so discussions become much clearer, having such clarified vision and goals. Well, I think this is truly quite simple and quite obvious thing, but I did do that in before reading IEEE Computer Society in the Japanese software engineering community. Perhaps that was one of my very kind of challenges.
No. Great to hear that, like Hironori-sama. Thanks for that, and like thank you for all your words. Like it was really inspiring for me. I learned a lot. Like I've taken certain points, and definitely I'm looking forward to see you in next month, like in India, and like I'll be there.
Yes, right. I don't know. Well, maybe next month. I'm not so clear, but maybe I have a chance to do this kind of presentation, or maybe later go offline. But yeah.
We can do like we do need like a lot of this awareness campaign, and even CS Junior like is a very important.
Yes, like, I wish to promote this new initiative, and together with some others such as Facebook and technology prediction and so on and so on. But particularly CS Juniors is one of the very new emerging initiatives.
Yep. And like this year, like I am like chairing the new initiative committee also for IEEE Computer Society. So I'll just come to you and
let's do something new.
Yes,
Yes.
and all of this, even AI Summit, like all of these are great ideas, Hironori-sama. Like I'm hearing this, like it's sounding music to my ears. Like because for a young professional and a student, because like a lot of us take that career path of going into like an industry, and there, like, how can IEEE Computer Society be that, like, you can think of that vehicle which can help us accelerate that journey. So that is what this will do. Like these summits will help us get those industrial mentors easily. Will help,
Right.
and the CS Junior program is an excellent way to promote, like, starting from your, like, even before undergraduation, like from your school days, you'll have someone to rely on. You'll have someone
Yes.
to talk on about technology. So all of this is great, and thank you for all of this ideas. I'm really excited, looking forward for 2025, like when all of this starts getting implemented, and we'll start planning now. So
Yes, let's work together. Well, even right now, and and of course, let's meet together next month, and yeah, do something great, to contribute to humanity in computer science and engineering. And
yep. Thank you, Hironori-sama.
thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, thank you, Hironori and Shivam. I think this was very informative. And it's not only for Computer Society, I think it's a great example for other technical societies and other entities that we have in IEEE regarding all the initiatives that the Computer Society is doing. And this was a really very informative session. Thank you again, once again, for the insightful discussion that we had today, and everyone who has joined us today. Hopefully, we'll be able to make this recording available to other students and young professionals who are not able to join. Once again, as a reminder, our next session will be on October 19, featuring Grace Lewis as our speaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have Grace. That's great. She's amazing Grace. So, yeah.
Yes, we are really excited to have her as well. And we'll be sharing the registration form soon as well. And the time hasn't been decided yet. So stay engaged and let's continue working together to build a stronger and more innovative IEEE Computer Society community. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Well, perhaps I didn't mention so much. This time could be diversity inclusion. Okay, because it is somehow quite obvious. But we continue focusing on diversity inclusion, and perhaps such aspect could be much more covered by maybe the talk by Grace, because she's involved in leading diversity inclusion program and activities in IEEE Computer Society many years. But I say once again, we continue focusing on diversity inclusion. Okay, so well, I just missed such an aspect. Anyway,
you
Yes.
actually highlighted the other parts, and like whatever is being continued, that will be definitely going forward.
Yes.
So
Right.
we can understand that. Thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining, taking out time. Stay healthy and stay fit. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and have a good day and have a good weekend.
Yep.